Welcome to the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage, where rude mechanicals do magic. Hello, I'm Bronze Age, Director of Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage. And today on the lamp bench, we have a lamp that's supposed to be a touch lamp, but it's lost touch. Now, what we have here is a style that was popular with Italian designers back in the 50s and 60s. Featured a lot of these big glass spears and lots of chrome or nickel plating. In this case, this may even be stainless steel, hard to say. But I know for a fact this is not from the 50s or 60s. It's from 2006 in the 7th month. Now the reason it's here today is because it doesn't light up, obviously. Let me peel this felt off here and I may be able to reuse that. And underneath, steel plate held on with 2 screws. And we find the touch module. Now the touch module is a solid state electronic switch. And in this one we can actually see the electronics. This little circuit board with a couple of different devices on here. And this is a transistor which can handle enough current to run a light bulb. And that's usually what fails on these things, because these little pieces are made with a tiny amount of magic smoke. And it's put inside at the factory, and if anything goes wrong and the magic smoke gets out, it simply just doesn't work anymore. Now these touch modules are available as replacement parts. And the first thing you do is you make sure it fits in the little hole where the old one went. Because believe it or not, that can be an issue. Because some lamps will have little bitty tiny ones, and the piece that you get is not going to fit in the hole. Now don't count on the instructions for being a lot of help. What this says is, the wiring diagram cannot be sure of the special demand with the color specification which customers ask for. If the location of the line from the touch light control are different from the wiring diagram above, only chart the color of the lines and connection method of the line color is same. Okay, I think we can handle this. Now the way this thing works, in the simplest terms, is we have the regular lamp cord that comes in. We have the wires that go up to the 2 bulbs, and the circuit board sits in between them. And this yellow wire right here goes down, and it's attached to the lamp pipe and all the metal parts of the lamp. And it is sensing voltage. And when a human being touches the metal part, it grounds this piece enough to reduce the voltage on this line. The circuit board sees that, and the transistor gives power to the light bulbs. And that's basically how it works. Now to replace this piece, I'm not going to disturb these nice crimped factory connections. I'm going to attach the new module to the wires of the old module. Now in the Secret Underground Laboratory, all connections are soldered. Don't trust wire nuts alone, and I certainly don't trust wires that are just twisted together and then taped up. What I'm using here is rosin core solder, which is the correct solder for electrical work. The rosin is a flux, which is a chemical which, when it gets hot, washes all the corrosion and wax or grease that might be on the wires. So the solder will be sticking to clean bare wire and get us the best possible connection. Now after the solder is cooled, I feel each connection to make sure there's no sharp points on it. If I was to find something, I would take a pair of pliers and just simply mash it down until it was nice and smooth. Then I take shrink wrap, which is a peculiar kind of plastic which draws up, shrinks when it's hot. Slip it over each connection, and then I use my little torch to shrink it. And once the shrink wrap is all shrunk, I fold each piece down and slide another piece over it. And that gives me a good seal so it won't come off. It also doubles the thickness here at the tip. Our replacement touch module has a little piece of adhesive tape on the back of it, so we can stick it in here and worry less about it rattling when we've got it all back together. All I have to do now is put the base back on, but that's the boring stuff. I don't think anybody really wants to see it. But what we have here is a touch module that has 3 levels. Each time you touch it, it gets significantly brighter and then goes off again. Now, how clever can people be? So, this is Bronze Age, the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage, and I thank you for sitting through this video about how to replace a touch module that's lost its magic smoke. I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, and tell all your friends. We'll be back next week with another video, either about lamps or furniture repair. Again, I appreciate it all.